From the Black Consciousness Party's perspective, all songs which are songs of liberation are songs which represent our legacy. Those are the songs which represent the historical activities which took place, which forms part of our history. The word Boer in that song, Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer, in the Black Consciousness Party's perspective, represent those who have stolen our land, symbolizes those who continue to exploit the labor of black people in farming community. It represents the liberty which black people have been denied by the very same farmers.
Given the anger that you're expressing over those issues, do you then not find it possible that people would take that anger, internalize it, and act out, as Mr. Roots here says?
In actual fact, Tsepiso, this is the struggle against colonialism. When we say kill the Boer, we mean kill the colonialism. Because in actual fact, what the Afrifora of this world is advocating, wherein they talk about a single, maybe white person who has been killed. There are multitudes of black people who are being killed every day as farm workers.
Mr. Geldenhuys, what's your word on this issue?
Well, Tsepiso, if the ANC reckons that it's part of their legacy, part of their history, then they should also know that we view them that they've been racist then since the struggle days. Even a person with a G grade in woodwork. Well, if you say kill the Boer, it can only mean one thing, kill the Boer. Even a person with a G grade for woodwork would know that. Look at that. There's 3,000 farmers, Boers, that's been murdered since 1994. It can only mean if you say kill the Boer, then you're enticing people to murder the Boers.
But conversely, as some would argue, the song De La Rey did also inspire some sort of feelings of isolation, supremacy, etc. So would you say there was only one way of interpreting that as well?
The song De La Rey didn't say, De La Rey, will you murder Malema? The song De La Rey is just saying, will you lead the people? Are my people not allowed to have leaders?
If I can
Mr. Shwambu, yes?
Yes, you know, like there are certain things that we need to deal with. I think we need to be concerned about our transformation project, particularly bringing African youth into the democratic culture that defines our society currently. Why is it that every time AfriForum speaks, the only concern they have is about injustices which they perceive to be happening against white people? Why? There are lots of things that are happening. They're not only protecting the interest of white people, there are lots of injustices that happen in farms against black workers. But they are only concerned about the injustice, like minor issues that are happening. Yes, there's a program which has been adopted by the police department to focus on farm killings and everything else. But their only preoccupation is about...
But let's deal with what Mr. Geldenhuys is saying. Mr. Geldenhuys is saying there's only one way to interpret the words kill the Boer. As I said, they sound literal, and you say you should all be fighting for the same...
Let's give you a practical example. In the African National Congress, we sing songs that have got lyrics, so it's about Dubula Amabun every day. But we have never given literal interpretation to that. The Ministry of Police, which is headed by two capable ANC leaders, has adopted a program to fight crimes in farms, against killings of farm workers, against killings of farmers. As also, what is the misinterpretation there? The ANC is fighting crime at all angles, at all levels. And there's no confusion about that. Whenever there's crime, it must be fought, whatever political content is given. That is what the Minister of the Police have said now. So there's this confusion that we must not celebrate our legacy.
So Mr. Geldenhuys, there you have it.
Our history struggle.
Okay, Mr. Geldenhuys, there he has it. He says there's a difference between a policy position and commemorative songs that are sung.
Tsepiso, that's unacceptable. He's also saying that we're not worried about farm workers being murdered. But they're not singing kill the farm workers. They're singing kill the Boers. That's the Afrikaner that they're referring to. And we are under the impression that they're busy starting a genocide against us.
Okay, Mr. Chitan.
The word Boer represents the suffering of black people. Black people in this country are angry. Farm workers are angry. This brings us to the fundamental question, that the question of land hasn't as yet been addressed. And until such time that the question of land is addressed, this will never be resolved. In actual fact, we are called here to deal with the slogan, but not what causes that slogan to arise.
Let's look at that when we return. We're going to take a quick break, but do send us your SMSs. Tell us what you think about these songs. Are they still relevant? And as Mr. Chitandango says there, that we are not dealing with the issues, therefore they are relevant. What are your views? 33726, that's the SMS line. Please send your messages through.